Grand Rising is your favorite gotcha girl or least favorite gotcha girl, depending upon which side of karma you fall. Shakisha Cherie here with today's tarot and oracle card reading. For today, I'm using the original Rider-Waite Tarot. I'm using the Hidden Truth messages for clarification, and it's clearly a love reading. Somebody did you wrong, and they're paying for it now. But before I get into that, for whatever reason, I woke up and Spirit had me thinking about CEOs. Now, I worked for KFC, I've worked for Dunkin' Donuts, I've worked for a few different companies in my life. And you know what I mean? The ones at the bottom are the ones who are doing the real work. So why is it that the CEOs are making millions of dollars? You're just getting paid to be the fall guy if there is some big scandal at some point. As far as I'm concerned, y'all don't do shit but sit up in your air conditioning offices thinking of ways to make the little people's job, i.e. my old job, much much harder and more difficult, because the ideas that y'all come the fuck up with, if you had worked in any kind of restaurant within the last decade, you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that. That's craziness. But I just again, Spirit had me look up some top companies. Let me back up just a minute. Just a second. Okay, so after I wake up thinking about this, and I'm thinking about how when I was working at 7-Eleven in Sag Harbor before they closed down, y'all. I, I went to work there. I think I worked there maybe 3 years. I don't know how many years. Time escapes me now, y'all. Plus, I've been through a lot of trauma. My brain purposely tried to wipe a lot of shit. Like, I can't wait till I'm out this bitch. That's why I have to journal, because my memory sometimes it can be a little, you know what I mean? And we remember things differently anyway. But anyway, just to get this out, they're making way more than the people in the. A customer came into 7-Eleven and he was talking about, oh, the CEO of 7-Eleven is doing such a great job. And I rolled my eyes. I said, the CEO of 7-Eleven ain't doing shit. Okay. They ain't doing shit but trying to appease the stockholders and spend the money that they get for doing nothing. That's all the CEO of 7-Eleven is doing. Okay. Um, and just to give you an idea, I looked up McDonald's. Chris Kibzemski, I don't know if he's still the current CEO, but in 2023 he made 19.2 million. That's 1,212 times more than the average McDonald's employee was making. He ain't have to flip not one burger. He ain't go home smelling like grease. He wasn't on his feet all day. He wasn't taking people's attitudes. He wasn't in charge of the money. He wasn't getting robbed at gunpoint. He wasn't doing none of that shit. He wasn't doing none of that shit. That's what Keisha was doing. I think that's worth $19.2 million a year. And that's just all the perks, you know what I mean? Their base salary is still exorbitant. Their base salary is something like 1 million, 5 million, depending on the company, you know what I mean? And then all the perks, and you get the private company jet, and like I said, for doing nothing. For doing absolutely nothing. But anyway, this customer just didn't see that. I was like, the CEO doesn't do shit. They're just a name. Like, you don't even know who these CEOs are until you make a valiant effort to go search for it. These names don't mean shit to you. You guys don't know what these people look like. They're faceless people in suits who get paid for the work that the little people are doing. We're the ones every day smiling at customers and cooking the food and keeping them coming back. We're the fucking CEOs of the company. We should be. We should be. And that's why I just can't get down with going back to the 9 to 5, y'all. I know what I'm worth. If motherfucking Chris Kibzemski is worth 19.2 million McDonald's, then I'm definitely worth 40 million. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Put that in your little fryer and fry it. Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all. Let me get the rest of these out. The former CEO, Kirk Tanner of Wendy's, he left in July 2025 for the Hershey's Company. They must have been offering him more than that. But in 2024, he pulled in 17.3 million. Starbucks, Brian Nickel. That's a 600. Excuse me. The CEO of Wendy's making 604 times the amount that the median worker is paid in the restaurants. Starbucks, Brian Nickel, he made approximately 96 million for the first 4 months of employment in 2024. That was just 4 months. Yum Brands, David Gibbs. That's Yum Brands. That's like all of them now. When it was like a Tricon when I was working for them, and it was, what was it, KFC and Long John Silver's and the A&W, something like that. But now there's like five of them. I can't keep it. I don't care. Y'all ain't paying your workers in the stores what they're worth. So who gives a fuck about y'all? Who really does? Not me. But I looked up specifically KFC. I guess it's somebody named Sabir Sami, and he made 7.88 million. All right, and then Dunkin' Donuts. David Hoffman was the last one available, and they didn't even have any statistics available. They don't want you to know how much they're paying this man to sit in the office and do nothing and pick up the phone once in a while and say, yeah, the stocks are good, stocks are bad, and saying, oh, hey, how about we have a special deal on this day to ruin Keisha's Mother's Day finally and forever. That's how y'all be doing. That's how y'all be doing. But anyway, the customer said, well, the CEO's doing such a good running the company. I said, the CEO ain't doing shit. We're the ones. I said, if the CEO died tomorrow, at that time, it was 7-Eleven, every 7-Eleven would still be fine. But if every worker who works in the store passed away or got sick or called in tomorrow, how they running? Ain't nobody there to open. Ain't nobody there to take the money. Ain't nobody there to do shit. How are they running? We're the CEOs of the company, people. And I don't know why I needed to hear that. Who needed to hear it? We all need to hear it. We all need to get... Because I'm tired. Keisha is tired. Keisha is tired. I refuse to work another job. People don't want me. I can't go to another job interview and pretend, why do you want to work here? I don't. I really don't. I don't want to work here. But apparently the way this system is set up, I need some money or something. So, but I'm not thrilled about it. And I'm going to give you the bare fucking minimum. I'm going to work as hard as you paying me to work. Y'all ain't paying me to work hard. You ain't paying me to break my back. KFC CEOs are getting millions, and I think I left and I was making like $7 and some change. And yeah, it was back in 2000 something, but still, y'all. I went to apply for a Sears card, told them I made $10,000 a year. The machine basically laughed at me, like, are you sure? Are you sure? Did you mean 100,000? No, you fucking machine. I meant 10,000. That's how much these motherfuckers are paying me. I'm supposed to raise 5 kids and myself on $10,000 a year. And I'm supposed to be happy to do it. All the while people tell me I get paid too much. And I ain't doing shit. And it ain't hard. My hat goes off to everybody who has to work in customer service today. Because humans are hard and they are horrible sometimes. Just try to keep your head up, y'all. And let's work together. How about that? How about that? Demand what you're worth. Demand what you're worth. Demand what you're worth. And speaking of worth, let's get right into it now that I've wasted damn near 10 minutes on these fucking CEOs. If you're still with me, appreciate you. But we gonna get into it. So yeah, speaking of the real goats, the real workers, the people who make all the cogs in the clock run, somebody is missing y'all because you were the one who they realize now that they did you wrong. Main energy, first and foremost, we got the lovers, got to cover up the nakies, okay? We can't see Adam and Eve in all their naked gloriousness. I gotta hold it up more because it always seems like it's different. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I can see it, but then when I play it back, it's down lower than I thought. I don't know. You know how technology works. It's confusing to me sometimes. I'm an old soul. All right. So yeah, somebody that you were in a relationship with, it seems like most likely a romantic relationship with, is missing you. Doesn't have to be, but it's seeming like most likely it was. Whoever they are, look, then we had it supported by the Four of Wands in reverse. Now this is usually happy times, right? And everything's good and nice, peaceful home life and things in the reverse. That's what they thought they left you for, collective. They thought they were leaving you for the Four of Wands upright, but it turns out it's in reverse. And guess what? They sitting over there and all this chaos and awfulness, all this toxicity, and they're miss being with you. It's a little too late for that, y'all. It's a little too late for that. They're feeling out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles. They're feeling out in the cold and they still have feelings for you. They thought they could leave you high and dry. They thought they could do you like they did everybody else in their life. You ain't shit to me. I'm the one who's gonna break your heart. Oh, they talked a big game. Guess what? Universe taught them a little lesson. Their own ego taught them a little lesson. You, no matter how good you are at something, there will always be somebody better. And in this case, they broke they broke their own damn hearts. They broke their own hearts. Now they're sitting over there in the Nine of Swords and all this anxiety and pain and heartache and sleepless nights, sitting over there blaming you. You let me down? Nah, bitch. You let yourself down. They let themselves down, collective. That's all there is to it. They let themselves down. And now there's a death. A death to what? A death to everything. The way you felt about them, most of all, your trust. You trusted them. We trusted them, collective. We trusted them with our deepest, darkest secrets. We trusted them with our hearts. We trusted them with our trust, our loyalty, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. We trusted them with it. But it ain't got no more. We see who y'all really are. And this what y'all wanted from me? This what y'all wanted from me? This is exactly what I want for y'all. Exactly what I want for y'all. I want the death angels to pull up. And they are. And they are. And they are. Oh, wow. And then the last one, Spirit threw out like 4 cards. And I was like, normally when they throw out multiple ones, I'll just take the one on the bottom. Me and Spirit have this thing that we're usually clear about, but I felt like I had to take all 4 because the Spirit just guided me to do that. So that's what I did, okay? So the 10 of Cups came out. They can't reach out. They want the 10 of Cups with you. They realize now that they thought this happy home life was over here, but it wasn't. It's in the reverse. It was all a lie. They realized their 10 of Cups is really with you. The happy family, the wish fulfillment, everything they ever wanted. And they can't reach out now. They can't reach you, collective. And then hopefully that's the way it's going to stay, or else you're going to be relearning your lessons with these people. Don't do it, Spirit says. Don't do it. They miss hearing your voice with the 9 of Pentacles. She looks like she's walking through. I like to think of myself as a Disney princess too. Sometimes I do go out and sing like to the birds and like pretend I am. She looks like what she's doing. Yeah, they miss hearing your voice. Not just the sound and the tone and then the way but the things you said. That's what they miss. That's what they miss. And they're gonna stay missing it. They didn't expect us to be in our 9 of Pentacles self-sufficient energy, doing it by our damn selves. These are people who come from families that are really dysfunctional and codependent. You know what I mean? A lot of the women were dependent upon the men. You know what I mean? They thought that, because especially in my case, yeah. Before I go off on a tangent on that, just know they're missing you. Nostalgia with the 6 of Cups. They're thinking about all the good times and how it used to be, and they still find you so attractive. Well, it's too bad. And this King of Pentacles, whoever did this, and this King of Pentacles energy still feels the pain. It looks sad and lonely. He did it all for that one little pentacle. Didn't even get paid as much as they told him he would get paid to do it. Betrayed for nothing. Betrayed for nothing, basically. That's what this card is telling me. Alright, so there you have it, collective. Somebody is missing y'all hard body. They don't have the happiness that they thought they would find wherever the fuck they went to find it. They miss you being with you. They're out in the cold, having money troubles, poverty. They still have feelings for you. They up at night with the Nine of Swords, talking about some, you let me down. Nah, bitch, you let yourself down, okay? You disappointed your damn self. You failed again, and you're going to fail in the next life, and the life after that, and the one after that. Get used to it. Get used to failure, because you're going to be one for quite some time. We got a death. We got the death card coming. We don't trust them anymore. We trusted them, but there's a death to everything. The way we saw them, whole complete death to it. Now they realize you were the Ten of Cups for them, and they can't reach out. They miss hearing your voice. You were self-sufficient. You were that one in a million. You're the one that got away, collective. They're thinking about it. The Six of Cups, nostalgic. They find you so attractive, and then this King of Pentacles is just sad. Sitting lonely in his throne. It looks overgrown. He looks sad. He really do. He really do. He got his pentacles, but he ain't got shit else. Alright. So, that's your reading for today. I hope it was helpful. If it wasn't helpful, I at least hope that it was entertaining. And I'll see y'all again when I have another message. Again, my food service workers, anybody in customer service, really, but especially food, I feel for y'all. Have a good day. Keep your head up. It'll get better. Demand what you're worth.